Hi, I want to talk to you today about a couple of my favorite materials to use when I make my art, specifically when I make my handmade papers to do my art journaling or some of my collage work. I'll either bounce between a jelly plate painting and then using these things here. And these are all different kinds of paint, sticks, or crayons. And I want to talk about them because a lot of people don't know how to use them and they vary in price. So you'll be surprised by some of the results, especially the one that I prefer. So I'm going to show you these three things. These are called not oil, sorry. They're water soluble pastels. They're basically like a watercolor crayon. And they come in, this one comes in a 24 pack with a variety of colors. It is Artist Loft brand, so it's the Michaels brand, but you can get another brand name that's much more expensive than this. This one I think was $20, which is still pretty pricey for, I think, a material that you're not sure about. And it comes in like, it's a crayon, and it's not as, I guess, it's waxier than a oil pastel. So it looks just like a crayon. So this is this set. The other one is, I just bought one because it's expensive. It was this art crayon, and I don't know the brand of it. I don't know if you can see the brand. Anyway, I think just one of these was $3.99, so it's pretty pricey. And then you have to buy your own colors. So it's the same thing. It has the same, pretty much the same feel. It does come off more on my fingers than this one. This is a little harder, maybe because these haven't been used as much. So it's this brand. And then this is, again, this is the Michaels brand, Craft Smart. This is a tempera stick, and it's just a paint stick, and it's water soluble too. And it looks just like this. I always tell the kiddos it is not a glue stick and it is not chapstick. So they think it's funny. Anyway, this is a tempera paint stick, and it comes in a 20 pack for $10. So that's pretty good deal. And you can get them like this. And then they also come in this size, which is a little thicker. And then they have a really big fat size too. So I wish it came in a smaller pointed size, but it does not. There's another name brand for the tempera sticks. It's a lot pricier, and you don't get as many colors. So anyway, we're going to talk about these three items, and I'm going to show you how each one of these work. Okay, I have I'm starting with the Artist Loft pastel wax, water soluble pastel. And we also, I forgot to tell you, need water with a paintbrush because it's water soluble. So we're going to use it kind of like we would a watercolor. So when I make paper, a lot of times I don't start with any intention. So this is great for just mindless doodling or scribble, anything like that. So I picked colors that I thought would blend together nicely, and then I added red as a bold color. So anyway, I'm gonna start with my darkest color, and I'm just making markings like this. See, no intention. I might make it a little thicker here, show you. I might make some intentional markings, maybe. I'm curious if the markings will stay behind in any way, or if it will blend all together. So I already see that the colors are blending just going over top of it, which is interesting. Okay, and then I'll add some red here, and I'll do some red markings here. So we have markings so far on this, and I'm gonna get a brush, and I'm just gonna brush over it and just blend it together. Now I'm gonna try to be a little bit intentional. I'm not gonna move the red over to the, crossed, because I don't want it to make a, I don't know. I want to see some of the color variations. So this blends pretty well. Actually, you don't really see a lot of the markings staying. Yeah, see now, you can't tell, but when I use a lot of water, it puddles up a little bit. And so you actually don't need a huge amount of water. You do need to probably clean your brush if you don't want your colors to, if you want to see the variation. So this is going to make a lot of green. So I'm going to wipe my brush off so that it's not so blue. And we can get some yellow here. It's really smooth and it blends really well. So I will give it that. So let's see what the red does. See if it, yeah, the purple isn't, I think it's the dark blue is not blending as well with the red to make that bright purple. So I'm not liking the way that blended together. So I think if I was going to do colors, I might wait till this dries and then go over it with some paint or something. So not too bad. So this is the pastel, water-soluble pastel. So let's try, the next thing is going to be the tempera stick. Okay, for the tempera stick, I have pretty much the same colors as the soft pastel. So we're going to start with the dark blue. And this goes on much thicker. Okay, it's a little bit more opaque and it's harder to make a smooth line. The crayons definitely allow you to move a little bit more fluidly through your on your paper. So there's that. Let's do the light blue. Okay. We'll do the yellow. I'm going to put the yellow up here away from that dark blue and see what happens. See, and when you go over this color again, whoops, my phone's ringing, hold on. Okay, I did the yellow and now I'm going to add a little bit of the red up here. Let's see what happens when we blend this together. So I'm going to get my water. I'm not going to show you my water bowl. It's really yucky. So this, you can see, really blends the color. It's a lot darker, I think, than the pastel crayon. And I have a little towel next to me that I can wipe my brush off. I like this because you can still see the markings. Now I could really work this in to get rid of the markings, but I think I'd kind of get down to the paper and it would make the paper really look worked. And I don't want that. Let's try the yellow. Yeah, these colors are a lot more vibrant. Yeah, I'm loving this. And let's see what that red does. Ooh, that red is a nice color. And even when we blend it in with the blue, oh, much better purple than the pastel crayon. Beautiful. Okay, so this was the tempera stick, and this was the two versions. It's the Michaels brand. Okay, that looks nice. Let's try the expensive crayon. I only have one color, so we'll just try that one out. Okay, so this one is the expensive. I can't find the brand. It's Art Crayon. Here's the brand probably. I can't see it. Marabou. I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly. Anyway, this one has a chiseled top, so I can get a thin line, and it's really smooth when I put it on. It's nice and smooth. And then it doesn't, it's not as opaque as the other two. I'm going to say it's really smooth. It's like slippery when it goes on the paper. So let's see what happens when we blend it. So it does blend immediately, and you easily erase the marks. So definitely this is more for like a fill-in if you're doing a watercolor or something, not necessarily making paper. It doesn't leave those marks that you like to see, but it does blend super, super easy, and it's very smooth. Okay, so we have the crayon, the expensive one here. Okay, I have, I'm going to show you the other two because I think those are more comparable to each other. So this one was the pastels here, this pastel, and it was this one. And then we have the Tempera sticks, which are, I'm going to slide this down so you can see it. Move my light so it's not so glaring. There. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So here's the Tempera sticks. And I don't know. I am going to tell you, I've used the Tempera sticks far more frequently in my paper. And again, my favorites don't fail me. I love the Tempera sticks. The colors are vibrant. It blends beautifully. It leaves the markings that I love to see on my handmade papers. And on top of this, I can continue to use paint. So I love the Tempera sticks. And you know what? It's the cheapest of all of them. If you're interested in getting some, you can get them. They're found in the kids art supply section, and I've even used it on some of my acrylic paintings, and it works great. So go out, try it, and see what you can come up with.